So, I was going to upload the failed episodes to YouTube today. I probably still will, but I thought people would like a recap if they don't want to watch 3 hours of video before watching another 3 hour video. So, let's start from the beginning, because we don't actually have the beginning videotape. Because, well, not videotape, recorded. God, imagine if this was on videotape. That'd be fucking horrible. Anyways, so, at the beginning we had 6 players. 6 players. And what happened was this. We had a couple of one-shots where we got to explore the characters, make our players learn how they want to play it. And they were really wholesome, except for one of our players who was a cop who decided to go on a murder mystery, and it was fun. Here's where it gets interesting. The first session starts. We're eating hot dogs with the most wholesome of the team, and what happens is the cop tells Mumford, that's the character I was looking for, Mumford, our Lionel, that his sister died. Now, his sister dying led to a whole string of events that sums up into Mumford, Milos, and Valkaren, and Polaire all meeting. Polaire being Mumford's tiefling adopted son, and Valkaren and Milos being travelers from different countries on Kier the continent. And as we go through the story of looking for Mumford's supposed killer, and we do find out they're working for the Elven Mafia that I created for this world. Our police officer decides to become a real cop. Oh, no, I can't say that. Anyways, decides to try to track down the Elven Mafia themselves, and as they're looking for them, our party of 4 come in and, start talking to Mayu, that's the character's name, the cop's name. And they start talking to Mayu, and what happens is a whole string of events in which Mayu escapes the precinct, Polaire follows, Milos also follows, and everyone else goes with them. Mayu tries to get into a cab, Polaire gets into the cab with Mayu, and Mayu tries to knock Polaire out of the cab. And when that doesn't work, Mayu falls out of the cab, failing her dexterity save, taking about 30 points of damage. And then Mayu gets up and shoots at the cab. Mumford, seeing this, goes into a battle rage, and Polaire goes up into the building, and, well, as I've said before, Altonia is a very cyberpunky place, or I haven't told you guys yet, and the cab hovers up to the top floor of the building. Polaire gets out with Milos and Valkaren, and the battle begins. And as that's happening, Mayu and Mumford are fighting, and Mumford fully wrecks Mayu to the point that she goes down, and she has to roll death saving throws. So, if you hear us reference Mayu's death multiple times, that's probably what we're talking about. Anyways, Polaire, Valkaren, and Milos are up there, and then Mumford, after fully killing Mayu, starts climbing up the building with his claws. The rest are just fending off these elven mafia hitmen, and Polaire pulls a move out of nowhere, cracking them with a nat 20 and finishing the battle. That is just the first session. The second session involved our party going to the Atlas household, which is one of the rich people in Kier, in Kinsland specifically. And what happens is they are sent to a bar in which they meet an Awesomer who is not helpful at all, and they are sent to a warehouse in which they fight more hitmen, and then Mumford falls into drugs. First he licks the drugs, and being so high, he falls into some more. They have to take him to a hospital, and in the hospital, he gets treated, and... Oh, I almost forgot the sewer fight. The sewer fight happened in the session before the drugs thing, and what happened is the driver Kyle got deaded so hard that he got splatted into the ground, and they fought a zombie apocalypse from the sewers, because Altonia tends to have basically zombies like they're rats. And they fought a zombie minotaur, and the undead rose. I'm honestly remembering everything else that happened. But yeah, that all happened in the first about 4 sessions of the game, which is a lot. So I wanted to give you guys some context for what's going to be happening in this game. I believe the first actual episode is going to start after Mumford is drug-addled, so that's going to be fun. Well, anyways, I'll talk to you later, and see ya.